So as I mentioned beforehand, you start AM Studio and you are in the environment of the machine shop floor, which every user can adapt on his own. This is done in the settings area, which you can find on the left-hand side in this burger menu under settings. And here are some interesting things available. And first thing I want to show you is the machines. As I said before, you can adapt your machine park. In this case, you have 3 machines available from different vendors. It's DMG Mori, EOS, SLM Solutions. And I want to add a new machine, for example, a SLM machine in this case, 280. I want to call it training. You can use a material out of your machine material library. You can also add new machines, add new materials, and to the list of materials, same procedure as for the machines. So I want to use a 316L, and a pretty important input parameter is the build plate height. Why is it important? Machine vendors define their build environment or the height, the build plate, the available build height is, for example, for the 280, I think it's 365 millimeters minus base plate height. So the cylinder can move 365 millimeters, but when you put into the machine, as you have seen it beforehand in the video, a very thick base plate, then the used or the available build height is minimized by the height of the base plate, and normally they have a height of about 20 millimeters, which means the 365 millimeters are reduced with 20 millimeters, so 345 millimeters are available build plate height, build job height. This is why this parameter is pretty important. Then you can add cost parameters. This is something which is very important when you are very interested in the cost calculation as well, because based upon this parameter, the 100 euros per hour, the cost calculation is done later on, and normally those parameters are coming in the user's field from the controlling department. They say they offer them the machine hour costs, and those have to be entered correctly. Build strategy. We offer per default only the demo parameter, which is, as it says, only a demo parameter. You cannot produce a part with those, or you can do, but it will probably fail the build job. Normally the users are getting parameters from the machine vendor. I will show you that later on as well. So I want to leave the demo parameters here. And this stage, I want to go into detail later on, so we can leave that as it is and clicking on save. I have now available a new machine here on the bottom. So here are the 3 that were predefined and my new machine, which is the training machine. You can delete machines simply by editing them and clicking on delete. So I want to delete all the others because I'm not interested in them anymore. So I'm only having that one machine, and if a machine vendor has running more than 1 machines, then he can add new ones. Or what you can also do is you can add machines based upon different materials. So I have 1 machine, and one times I add the machine with 316L and the second time with aluminum. Here's the material stage. So again, you can add new materials, you can delete materials, and so on. So Some general information which is helpful is you can store your support profiles in a certain directory, which is in my case anywhere on my desktop or on my computer, but this can also be a network location where all the data or all the application engineers have access to, so that every application engineer uses the same parameter set. So this is a local one, but it can be also a network directory where all the application engineer have access to. Same as for the support profiles, it's for the slicing profiles. You can store them in a certain directory. One thing which is important, you have to activate the CAT interface if it's available for you. You will see here the license checkout is successful. So if I have the CAT interface available, then you will get this information. Otherwise, checkout is failed and you get a red info. You can change the mouse control. So when you, for example, normally work in CATIA, for example, then you as a user would feel comfortable when you have the same mouse handling in AM Studio as in CATIA. So you can simply change this one. I want to leave the default because that's what I'm feeling comfortable with. And I want to give you a hint to sometimes have a look at these keyboard shortcuts, because they can be very helpful when working in a daily business with AM Studio. So for example, the view cut, which is cutting the part in a certain area, can be very easily activated by the C on by clicking on or by entering C on the keyboard. So those things can be pretty helpful for working in AM Studio. But sometimes having a look at them can be pretty interesting. Appearance. What some customers really like is the dark theme. So you can switch from the normal theme, which is white, to black, and you can switch this one to the dark theme, which is a black background and white letters, which is more comfortable for the eyes, to be honest. I want to leave it with the normal one because I think it's more for the demo. It's okay. Yeah, input. You can automatically check if a part has error. You can automatically heal a part. You can define the positioning where parts are located. So leave that as a standard from the beginning on. Here is the output path, which I defined at the first start of AM Studio as beforehand. So you can change the output path when you want to have another location. Yeah, input. You can automatically check if a part has error. You can automatically heal a part. You can define the positioning where parts are located. So leave that as a standard from the beginning on. Here is the output path, which I defined at the first start of AM Studio as beforehand. So you can change the output path when you want to have another location.